you living. I pray that you will. New year, new blessings, no fear, no stress, no overextending, no L's, just lessons, no failures, no weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons, new mail, new questions, new money that's printing, new life get to live in. This a new year, that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills, I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessing, you will, cause you next. Blue bills and no stress. This your life, get to living. This is your life that you living. I pray that you will. New year, new blessings. No fear, no stress. No overextending. No L's, just lessons. No failures. No weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons. New mail, new questions. New money that's printing. New life, get to living. This a new year, that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills. I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessing. You will, cause you next. Blue bills and no stress. This your life, get to living. This is your life that you living. I pray that you will. New year, new blessings. No fear, no stress. No overextending. No L's, just lessons. No failures. No weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons. New mail, new questions. New money that's printing. New life, get to living. This a new year, that's a given. Welcome to the new year. They say you won't, but you will. Climbing over 2 hills. I love you just like Drew Hill. New year, new blessing. You will, cause you next. Blue bills and no stress. This your life, get to living. This is your life that you living. I pray that you will. New year, new blessings. No fear, no stress. No overextending. No L's, just lessons. No failures. No weapon that formed against you shall ever mess with your endeavors. No L's, just lessons. New mail, new questions.
All right. Now, okay, we back, man. Had a little technical difficulties. Can you hear me? 1, 2. You can hear me?
Welcome back. They don't know what that's from.
Yeah.
I've heard it, but I definitely don't know where it's from.
Welcome back, Carter.
Yes, you don't know where that's from?
Yeah, it was an 80s sitcom with John Travolta, Vinnie Barbarino, and all that. Yeah.
What's the show called?
Welcome back, Carter.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a sitcom based on a teacher who left his area where he was from, and then he came back and started being a teacher in the dealing with troubled youth.
Jesus.
That's all right, okay, cool. That was on me. All right, we back. Oh, where did we leave off? We was talking about like social justice, you guys protesting and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, making a stand for the community. Well, with that being said, man, there's been some stuff that's been going on in the news lately, man, and it's really, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, it's got my blood boiling. And I had to sit back and really ask myself, like, should I comment on this stuff? Because it really wanted to take me there. But I've been learning slowly but surely, because I have a business that I gotta watch my political stance, man. I'm really, and I'm biting my tongue. But this stuff with this boy down in Texas, man, the amount of stuff that I've been seeing on well, the lights just flickered. The amount of stuff that I've just been seeing on social media is like insane. This is what's going on. What is your take on that?
We're talking about the young man stabbing?
Anthony Carmelo.
The Anthony Carmelo situation.
Yeah. So this is what that is. As black men, we cannot be victims. Right? We are seen as too powerful we also seen as evil, right? Society has made black a bad thing, especially a black male, and everything that people have these preconceived notions in their mind about who we are. So you can't be a victim. You can't fear for your life. You know, and then, but that's always the go-to for any officer who done shot somebody. I fear for my life. But when it comes to us, society does not allow us to be victims. You're always the villain.
Yeah.
Period.
So here we are in 2026. I heard Charleston White talk about this before, and he was talking about training. You know, they said there's a difference between raising your child up and training your child. And he used like public service officers as an example. He was like, when you get into a situation with a public service, maybe like a police officer, and they do something, they're gonna shoot to kill.
Yeah.
Because that's how they're trained. They said that our families aren't training the kids. Like you're raising the kid, like you're there, but you're not training the kid how to survive or how to react in certain situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, that's kind of deep.
But you have to.
Yeah.
So my daughter was down in Mississippi going to Jackson State. And she's a lot like her father, where she's got that fire. What's wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
And I had to let her know, don't do that. You get pulled over by the police down there, you just get home safe.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have no protection down there. So you don't fight the fight. You don't point out where they're wrong. You just let them have it, and you stay calm. You stay cool. So teaching my daughter how to survive in the South, so that because it's just too far away, I want nothing to happen to my baby, and I know the energy that she could bring when somebody disrespects her or oversteps their boundary or tries to abuse their power. She gonna speak on it. Right. So 100%, we got to teach our kids, and we got to tell them what you want to do is get home safe. Then we deal with them. You don't give them the opportunity to charge you with anything.
Yeah.
Let them be ignorant. Let them make you get out the car, put you on the ground, put you in. When they get done with all of that and let you go, then that's when you connect with somebody like me, and we go down and we put the paperwork on them the same way that they were trying to put the paperwork on you. Because once you put the paperwork on, now they have to do an investigation. And I've been telling people this since back in 2007, 2008. Nothing's going to happen. But there's a paper trail. And if we created a paper trail from back in 2008 on somebody like Jensen, when he did what he did to the Cynthia, rest in peace, that it would have been a different conversation, right? Because now everybody coming out talking about what he did, but nobody put it on paper. So it's like it never happened. And they were able to just say, well, look at all these accommodations. Nobody never said nothing. So, the system is designed to protect them. And what we got to understand is it's not just about the officer so much as it is about the institution. See, because the people in power, they know they wrong. But what they're trying to do is protect the institution and the prestige of the institution instead of just holding the people accountable, which would resonate more with people, that you holding people accountable and getting them up out of there. Instead of trying to defend them because you're just saying like, oh, this department or this institution would never do such a thing. And it's not only when it comes to the police department, happens through corporate and all kinds of other places. They're always protecting the institution. And if they have somebody in a position of authority who is wrong, they know they wrong. They protect them anyway. And then once they start protecting them, the more and more they do, the more they have to try to cover it up and hide it and keep protecting them, because now they're a liability. And the first time they say, well, you was right and he was wrong, now they're liable for some money.
I just sit up here and think, man, like here we are. And it's like, black people, y'all ain't learned yet that y'all ain't learned yet. And y'all in Texas. You ain't learned yet? What is it gonna take like for y'all to really understand and realize like if you do something, they gonna get you?
I feel like a lot of what I've seen is just hard to control their emotions. And I feel like a lot of the younger generation is having a hard time controlling their emotions, so it take over them, and now they're in situations that they can. I'm not putting the blame on him not controlling his emotions, but I'm just saying like you said,
if somebody
a lot of
attack
times
you, you gonna do what you gotta do.
Yeah. But like you said, just going back to what you said as far as don't deal with the situation here and now, get out that situation, make it home safely, and then come to somebody like yourself or someone in help to let them know like this went down instead of...
Unless they put their hands on you.
True.
The moment somebody put hands on you, all that go out the window. Right? You defend yourself to the death because they could kill you.
They can.
So the problem ain't that he defended himself. The problem is that the system did not allow him to be the victim that he was. Because if I'm in a situation and I got 20 guys over me and you run up and all of them with you, I'm getting but once you swing, that's it. Like defense mode goes on. I see nothing except for stop everything from moving to the best of my ability.
And they always
I
talk
gotta
about
get
some
home,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, how come you didn't run? How come you didn't go to staff? And yada yada yada. Well, yeah, I mean, anything that breathes has a defense mechanism to him. You know what I'm saying? You back a cat up, he gonna come at you. Anything, anything is going to fight, right?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like we have to understand and not be surprised by the outcome. Because this is going to happen time and time again. Just 2 weeks ago, the Asian dude gunned down
That's
the
what
black,
makes even more
the
crazy
black
about
dude, and he got off. You
the whole
understand?
situation, yeah.
And that goes back to the conversation we was having with the dude who killed the Julio Fulio dude. When the young black boy, the judge in the state of Florida said they was gonna give him a death sentence, and the warden came back was like, nah. We need him. He young. He's strong. We got an Asian population. We need his sweat equity. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
And he said, he gonna work to the day he die. In the state of Florida, you're gonna come in with a number. And when you leave out in the body bag, you're gonna have a number. My man just put his head down. And I'm looking at these kids, and I'm just like, yo. I work at the Juvenile Justice Center too. You know, I do some interventions there, some classes there with them, and I was running this by them, and I said, "Man, the Department of Corrections is hiring young people. They need y'all." And I was showing them the video, and they was like, "No, they can't be me." I said, "Yo, you ain't far off.
Yeah.
You got to understand that this system is going to be against you, especially if you're a person of color. They gonna want, if they can't get you for life, they gonna get you for a number of years. Remember the movie Life?
Yeah.
We got 33 years of labor. They was like, what?
Yeah. So the thing is, right, they don't even really need you for labor because the way the system is set up, just your body being present
Yeah.
generates a check for the corporations and who own the prison system.
Wow, bro.
So you don't have to do no work. You just have to be there. So the more time they give you. So you got to think the whole idea that the war on drugs and how everybody getting locked up for drugs. A lot of people stopped getting locked up for drugs. A lot of the old heads retired, like we got out of the streets and when nobody doing too much of that, where they wasn't really getting a lot of those types of cases. So what did they do? They started enhancing driving cases.
Yeah.
Because we more likely to have a suspended license because they always pulling us over and giving us tickets and this and that and other. So license suspended. You know, I know people been to the penitentiary just for driving. They ain't got no criminal record
That's
outside of
crazy,
driving. Yeah.
That's
So they made driving the new drugs. But that's how they keep bodies in there and keep the money rolling. The system is set up where these corporations are getting government contracts. You know, Donald Trump living the dream. They got truckloads of money going out the back door. Government contract. So everybody that's in these different institutions is a check coming from our tax dollars, whether it's $35,000, $40,000, whatever they say it take to house you. So they making money off of you just from your body being present. Period. You ain't got to do no work.
Man, you know what, man? That just brought me, like to a point where I'm thinking about like just being there. And I asked him about like recidivism. I asked him about like, okay, if I got a kid that keep coming back, why aren't they getting the tools that they need to go back to survive in an environment? Because if you and I get detained, when we get released, we go back into that same environment, right? But are we released back into this environment with a skill set to say, okay, if the homies get ready to go do that, do I go with them or do I figure out how to navigate and say, no, hey, listen, I got to go do something totally different.
Right. So the system is not designed to really do that.
Right.
That's why it's up to us, especially as black men, to do the work, to build the relationships. The most important part of it is to build the relationships with the youth. And you was a part of that meeting that we had at the One Fitness Center years ago where I was talking about coming together to be able to intervene in altercations and different things like that, right? Because every black man in this community has a relationship, whether it's with that family, with that kid, or with somebody in that family who has authority over that kid, to where if we all came together and we had a coalition of us, we would be able to reach and touch every family. So even if they don't like me, they love you. So you would be the messenger for that family. Right? And then we would be able to protect our youth. But the system is designed for you to just get right back out there. And then the thing is, once they tag you, You was wrong on Friday. You may not be wrong on Monday, but they gonna make you wrong again.
Yeah.
And then they gonna say, well, look what he did on Friday.
Yeah.
Right. So then you get these. You got officers who are gonna arrest you for any little thing because it builds up their resume.
Yeah.
So that they could move through the ranks. So one thing I will say, like some of that is still going on, but at least in Elgin, some of the rank and file moving up in the system has to do with a lot of community policing and making and building relationships with people in the community.
Gotcha.
So that's one of the things that I say has changed, where people aren't, they're able to promote without having to be that gang task force guy that's busting heads and trying to get a bunch of felonies and do the stuff like that. So that's one good thing, but it still is very small portion of those guys who are still moving up through the ranks. And then you have the ones who come from that background where it's kick butt, take names later, make every arrest possible, charge what you can charge. Like that's how they're trained. When they show up on the scene and start talking, they're trying to get you to say something so they can see what they can charge. And then in their mind, they're like, oh, this is on the books. I could charge this. Right? Just like the headlights and the wipers. So as soon as you say something, they're taking those words and seeing how they can apply it to the laws on the books and say, okay, well, they did this because he said this, so I could charge them with this. And then that makes them look good that they're out there making a bunch of arrests. And then we have the justice system and the court system where the state's attorney's office, they don't look at cases where they look at it like this. How can I make this stick? Instead of asking the question, was there really a crime committed here? And was there a victim? Because me personally, I think that if there was no victim and nobody was hurt, like nobody should be going to jail. Period. But they got so many laws on the books and petty laws where I go like this to you. And you say, oh, I fear for my life. And I'll be arrested. Right? And it's equivalent to jaywalking, but it's still on the books and you still get arrested and it's still a criminal offense. And they call it an assault.
I had a jaywalking ticket when I was at Larkin High School, and it took me 2 years to get my license. They would not give me my driver's license for jaywalking.
Come on, that's it.
I just had to say that.
And it's always a double standard, right? Because I've watched police officers pull up to a scene.
That don't be making sense sometimes.
Where two white men that went into somebody's house, beat up a guy, and they come and they like, they drinking, they doing everything, and they explain it to the officer why they went into the house. They talking about the man did something when they was kids. They the same age, but when they was kids, that man did some stuff to them. So they 30 years later getting drunk and thinking about, what, gay activities they indulged in when they were younger, and they blaming this guy. So they go over there to beat him up because it's all his fault. And then, this is my next door neighbors at the time, and I'm watching all of this go on. When I come outside, they try to, act like they're going to run up on me. I just brought my dog out and sat there, and so I'm watching. And the officer let them get in the car. They finished their alcohol and threw it out the window and drove off. And I said, you just gonna let them drive off like that? He says, did you hear why they were here? I said, yeah, but what does it have to do with they just assaulted somebody, they just did a home invasion, and they just drove off drunk with open alcohol in the car? Yeah, but now you want to justify what they did because of what they told you that happened when they was a kid. Instead of, now if that's us, we already in handcuffs, we already locked up with all kind of felonies. Right? So they defend when they don't want to do the job, and then when it's us, I have to make the arrest. I have to. And that's why I would always stop them when they tell me, you don't have to do nothing. You choosing. Now, I can respect you if you say you choosing because you're trying to pad your resume, and you're using our youth to do it. But don't tell me what you have to do because I know better. And that's another reason why I bump heads with a lot of them, because I know better.
We just got to tell the folks, man, like, it's, you want to make it home, but if you get wrapped up in the system, it's going to be hard to get, they're going to pin the tail on the donkey.
And it's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you.
If you ain't got no money.
I think the parents just got to really tell their kids that, because you got to, like I said, the whole social media is blowing up, and folks, he deserved this, and I done seen one where they had my man in the electric chair and the thing on his head, like, frying without even a wet sponge. And it's like, bro, all this hatred, like, it's 1 minute the world is patriotic, and then the next is like completely divided. You know what I mean? It's bro, it's sick, man.
It's the nature of people, man.
It's oh my god.
We'll
And
always find a way to divide ourselves one way or another.
man, it's sick, man, and it's
And people don't get it till it happens to them.
yeah.
And you were kind of hoping that people would wake up a little bit better with some of the stuff that's been happening in recent days. But until it starts happening to them, especially happening to white folks, then nobody it's okay. So you think about the so-called epidemic of drugs. Like when I'm listening to them, I'm like, this is not nothing new. My people been getting victimized by heroin and all that stuff since the early 1900s, 1800s. And then now y'all talking about it's some type of pandemic. It's something new because now white folks are dying in the suburbs. And now it's a medical condition and they need help.
And they trying to. I just had a friend.
that's crazy.
I ain't gonna call him a guy, associate that I knew. He had just got arrested because he had something to do with the death of an individual. Because they was like, "Well, you gave it to him." He like, "Well, I didn't tell him to use it."
Right. And that's another thing. So we had a youth pull up on our block. This is maybe 2 years ago. A kid was overdosing in the car. They pulled over. They looking for help. And we just so happened to be there. You know, my sister's at CNAs and stuff. So my sister started resuscitating the kid and, you know, doing what she needed to do to keep him alive. And the ambulance comes. So they start taking over, you know, keeping him alive. They ended up, police come. First thing he doing was trying to see who he could arrest.
Come on,
Right.
man.
So, and then he's telling the kid's friend, if he dies, you getting charged with the murder. So now you're discouraging our people for getting help for their friends. And this is why you're seeing our people get abandoned when they overdosing because they don't want to go to jail for murder. They love this person. They want to help them. But if they make that call, they're like, I'm going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Because if they die, they're going to lock me up. You know, and I've even addressed that with the department, that's not something that should be going on. Now, when you show up to the white folks' house and the young girl done took mama's pills and overdosed, y'all concerned with the well-being of the child and y'all concerned with the well-being of the parent. Oh, poor them. Oh, we couldn't arrest them. They're already going through something. Like, we ain't. So, but that's the system that we up against.
Yeah. So you've been fighting a long time, man. Marcus, what makes you want to do this, man? What makes you, I would say kind of like it's not a freedom fighter, but it is a freedom fighter, a civil rights, you're an activist.
Yeah.
What makes you want to be an activist?
Because I've lived it. I've been the victim to all of these things. And I know these things are continuing to go on. And if nobody is saying nothing, how can there be any change? If we do nothing, the world never changes, right? And even if the change is slow, I know it's necessary.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm one who is, you know, as much people like, oh, you mixed, you this, you that. I say I'm a black man. Society has never allowed me to be anything other than a black man.
Yeah, that's true.
Period. When I first moved to the suburbs from Chicago, all them, you know, how many white kids I had to beat up for calling me the N-word, you know, and I mean, still to this day, I don't allow my own fellow brothers to call me the N-word. It's not a term of endearment to me because words have power, and you speaking that onto me, that's not who I am. You know, so I fight against that. And a couple years ago, I had to put my hands on a grown man at work because he called me the N-word.
Really?
Yeah, and I told the boss, I said, if you call me that, I'm gonna put paws on you too. I don't mind going to jail for that. Yeah. So y'all gonna learn. Like you just there's certain things you don't say. Right. And then I also explained to him, like, I don't let my own people talk to me like that, let alone somebody else. Like that's instant mouth shot. Instant. Like, so don't say it unless you're ready to fight. At least with me, anyways. You know. And I'm okay with going through the court system for that. Right? Because if you call me the N-word and you walk toward me, that constitutes an assault, and I will defend myself. Right? And you know, so that's just that, man.
Yeah. So you know, you go by the People's Champ, and I'm just saying because I was listening to T.I., man, and T.I. had said some powerful stuff, bro, and he was like, he wanted to be called the king of Atlanta, a king of the South, right? And he was like, I'm the king. And he was like, nobody challenged him on that stance of, you know, wanting to be the king of the South or whatever. So he said he met up with a couple guys. He met up with like Scarface. Scarface like, hey, young blood, if that's what you want to do, I ain't, whatever, And he said the one conversation that he remember is the conversation he had with Big Boy. And he said he went to Big Boy because, Outkast was out before T.I. And he said, hey, man, I want to be labeled as the king of the South. And Big Boy said, you want to be the king, huh? That's the title you want? He said, yeah. He said, all right, you can have it. He said, but let me talk to you real quick. He said, you know the game of chess? He said, yeah. He said, what's the objective? Kill the king.
Most stuff.
He said, so you want to be the king, huh?
Yeah, well, the weight of the crown is heavy.
And he said, well, damn, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you'll be the heaviest the head that wear the crown.
Most definitely.
See, he said that's why nobody ever said, yeah, we want to be the king, because the king gets killed.
Yeah.
That everybody want to come after the king.
Yeah.
Because you got to protect everything.
Most definitely.
And I hear people calling each other kings and stuff like that all the time. And it's whatever. But I always say everybody is not a king, because everybody's head is not heavy everybody's head is not eligible to fit that crown, because some mugs is not designed to wear that crown, because they're not like you that want to go out here and say, you know what, something ain't right, I'm 10 toes down and I'm fighting to the end.
Right. But by you planting a seed of being the king, eventually that seed gonna take root. They may not be a king today, but they can be a king 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And the fact that I didn't call him a NIGGA and I called him a king, now he's got to think about that. Right? What is it to be a king? Right? How can I be a king? What do I need to do within myself in order to be a king? And like you say, you got to have that drive to be 10 toes down. You got to want to protect. You got to want to provide for your people in some form.
You got to.
Right? And you got to be willing to sacrifice. And then that's the thing. Anything that I've ever done, I've done for the purpose of uplifting the people as a whole.
Yeah.
Never anything for myself. Cause I've been in back rooms where they're trying to offer me stuff, and I'm like, I don't want nothing for me. I want something for them.
Why not? Why? Because I'm finna take you on a journey. Why? But why not?
Why I don't want nothing for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm already on my path of being who I am. Like, so the universe called me to be who I am. And I tell people all the time, my calling is not to be a leader. My calling is to bring people together and build a network and safety net to protect people, right? So when I say our people, it could also be Latinos, it could be white folks, because it's really, when it breaks down to, it's an economic class that's really mistreated, right? So I'm constantly gonna fight for those people. So my calling is to build that safety net and that place to bring people together where they can network together in order to build the community system that protects everybody. And am I called to step into certain lanes sometimes because nobody is there? Yeah. I will do that. I will step in there, but that's not my place. And see, when I meet people, I see in them the greatness and where they're supposed to be at. So I create this space, and I'm in there. I might be taking the front row right now, but when you get there, I'm gonna get out your way. This is your lane, and I'm gonna support what you're doing. I'm gonna let you take the lead, and get out the way, and not try to tell you how to be who you are, because who you are is what's gonna make the change that is necessary. See, our problem is that we got people who carry titles who want to play puppet master instead of just helping people be who they are and understand that everybody doesn't have to be the same. Yeah. Everybody doesn't have to have the same haircut. Everybody doesn't have to attend the same church. Everybody don't have to have the same belief system when it comes to religion or any aspect of that, so long as we all believe and that we want to uplift our people and protect our people.
I can vouch for you 100% on that, because when you said that, I remember a time. We ain't got to go into details, but I remember a time, and it was probably about 5-6 years ago, and a situation had sparked off, and you told an individual, take it. Take the lead. You take it. You gave it to them. Too much for them to handle.
Yeah.
And they didn't want. And then the flip side about, they got angry with you. everybody, see, that's like you said, everybody wants the title, everybody wants the accolades. But what if I say that, okay, here you go, you can have it, because I don't get off by having it. Take a lead and go do what you do in a mug.
Yeah, just do the work. Just do the work.
It's like Drumline. You remember that first Nick Cannon had that first event and he froze up at first.
Yeah.
And my man was like, go out there. And he was like, then my man just went on ahead, went out there.
Yeah.
And then Nick just get the balls. Now he want to come out.
Yeah.
And then kneel down. Now he want to put on the show. Right?
Yeah.
It's not about the show. It's about if you want to be 10 toes down and you want to be the king, you got to take what comes with this.
Yeah. And do it because you believe into something, not just because you're looking for some title or looking for some prestige or something. None of that matters. Are you impacting people's lives, and are you walking that journey with them? Because it's a lifetime commitment.
Yeah.
Right? So I could be with you today and plant the seed, and it take root 10 years from now, and then you come back to me. I still have to be present in order to get you to the next level. Right? So all of these things are constantly happening behind the scenes. I'm not the type of person to be blowing the horn and say, look at me, because it's not about me. You know, and then I do get people that get upset with me because of how other people see me.
Yeah, that's leading into my next question, because as we talked about an individual and T.I. saying, I want to be the king, and my man said, the game of chess. Everybody wanted, and I'm not saying that you're going to get killed in the physical form.
Right.
Right? It's just a lot of things happen. You take on a lot of pressure. And you being somewhat of the people's champ and kind of like the king, because you step up, you're not favored by a lot of people, I'm guessing then. Like, even like with the police, they probably hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have a lot who don't like me, but I will say there is a respect factor, though. So you could not like me, but all you got to do is ask them why. And when they start projecting, that don't make no sense. They'll let you know that the problem is not me. The problem is those individuals. Because 9 times out of 10, I did nothing to them. Either I exposed the lie in them, you know, or they thought they was the smartest person in the room and I said something, not trying to offend, but to make sure that we putting out the right information. And then now they offended because I'm not going along with the lie.
Gotcha.
That I won't do. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to go along with any lie, anything like that. And I'm not going to let you mislead my peoples.
Yeah.
Right? Because at the end of the day, if I put my name on something, people who know me know that I'm a man of my word and they can trust what I'm saying. The minute I give that up, then I'm nobody.
Yeah.
Right? Because then now I'm just telling you any old thing. I'm trying to pad my pockets and I'm trying to get something for me. Like, I don't know, man. That's
It's
not
kind of
what
like what Charleston White was saying. He was like, folks will give an individual some money, but it diminishes your value of who you are for your people. And it's like, and you saying, you know what? You keep your money, because you're not finna give me some money and quiet me, and my value is diminished for my people. Because I'm here for my people. I'm here to walk with my people. So no dollar amount that you offer me, although it sounds good, it's going to suffice, because I'm a value of my people, and you're trying to take me away from my people. A lot of folks can't do that, bro. A lot of folks be like, man, they get a couple dollars and they be like, hey, listen, we're going to give you this money. You're going to shut the fuck up. And that's what it's going to be. And they like, yes, sir.
Yeah. So I've never been built like that. See, I have no desire to be a rich man for being able to have this or have that. And like, I don't only name brand stuff that I buy is probably my Jordans. You know, only reason I do that is because it's like a childhood thing for me. Like, I own He-Man, the DVD set, Transformers, the DVD set, right? So those things take me back to a place in my childhood. Now, as a child, I could not afford any of those things. There was time I didn't even wear drawers because I couldn't afford drawers. You know? So now I got an abundance of drawers. My ex-wife would tease me like, why you got all these drawers? I said, remember when I didn't, because she was with me. I remember, she's like, yeah, I remember. So it's little stuff like that. But I have no desire to be the richest man on earth for what I can get or have, because at the end of the day, I'm the brand.
Yeah.
So whatever I put on, I'm the brand.
Yeah.
I don't need some Louis Vuitton or Michael Kors, right? Anything I put on I am the brand. Period. So you can't buy me, and that's why people get upset with me, because like they'll make all these offers, and that sounds good, but you have to understand that when I don't agree with you, I'm gonna speak out against you.
Yeah.
So if you want to give something to the people, you're not giving it to me.
Yeah.
And I don't take anything to just be given. We can create opportunity for me to earn it. Because when I did the recidivism program, I put the hours in going in there, working with them brothers, talking to them brothers. I did the work. So the checks that were written for the work that I was doing, I put into the non-for-profit. All of it. I didn't take anything for myself. When I could have took it all for myself. But I was doing what I was doing with purpose.
Yeah.
In order to create a foundation and a cornerstone for our community. So everything that I do, there's nothing wrong with being pro-black, because I'm not anti anybody. I just understand that us as black folks here in America, that we don't take pride in being black, a lot of us, and then we take pride in being everything other than. Whether it's being a woman, whether it's being gay, whether it's being a police officer, whether it be a firefighter. I don't want to be seen as black because we allowed them to make black negative.
That's insane, bro. That's deep when you think about it, because realistically, everybody really bounced to the beat of the drum of the black person.
Yeah. But they want you not to see any power in who you are.
Yeah.
They got to keep you with your head down and not believing in your own greatness. I was telling her earlier, there's this greatness that's written in your DNA.
Yeah.
And in order for that greatness to be unlocked, you have to see something, hear something, read something, smell something. And then you had an aha moment.
Yeah.
That's your DNA, that what the ancestors have inside of you is being unlocked.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of things are blocked from us, where all you see is your neighborhood. You don't see nothing else. So your greatness can't be unlocked, and you can't step out there and go after it. So they don't mind one or two.
Yeah.
As long as they present themselves as being safe Negroes. So the safe Negro is going to always want everybody to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. And they're not going to stand up for anything that's just for black people. It's got to be for everybody. And as we all know, anytime everything is for everybody, we the ones who end up without it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to take a step back real quick when you were speaking of not being the richest man in the room. I'm curious to know, what is generational wealth to you?
So generational wealth for me, is what you pass on to your child. A mindset, a thought process, right? And then also some type of ability to keep earning. So ancient times, what was it that each family passed on? It was a trade. How to build. How to cook, right? How to weave, all of those things, because those skill sets can't be taken from you, and you can always earn with those skill sets. So the mindset is the most powerful generational wealth, and also having the seed, right? The children, and being present and taking care of them, right? And feeding them that knowledge, feeding them that skill set, right?
I agree.
And then whatever you leave them, they have to understand. So if I leave you real estate, this real estate is not for you to turn around and sell once I'm dead and go buy some rims and do all of that.
What I said, you give it to somebody and they'll mess it up.
Yeah. So it's for you to have, and I'm going to teach you how to use it to where you can capitalize on equity in there in order to do some of the things that you want to do and invest in. But I'm also going to show you the threshold on what not to do, because then now you devalue the property. Because when you get done with it, you have to leave it to my grandson or my granddaughters or whoever. So, like I told my kids, I'm cashing out. So when I leave you these properties, this real estate, it's going to have a fresh new mortgage on it, and I'm going to have the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm going to be living my best life in my twilight. So on my deathbed, I ain't gonna have no, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I'm being there like, y'all remember when y'all remember? They gonna be like, yeah, Pops, you crazy. So that's it. So I'm leaving you a foundation, and I'm leaving you the knowledge on how to work it in order to draw equity from it. But you have to build your own equity in it. I'm taking mine. right? Because I'm not going to, once I'm dispersed back out into the universe and y'all just decide to give up, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, dang, all that for nothing.
Right.
So, but I'm going to enjoy while I'm here, while I'm living. About 5 years ago, I wish I knew who the person was I was talking to. I cannot think of who it was. But, we had we always be like, oh, well, you only live once. And I said that to the guy, and he was like, no, you only die once.
Oh.
You only die once.
Yeah.
You live every day.
Yeah.
So every day you wake up, you need to go live. Enjoy being present here.
Oh.
You don't only live once, you die once.
Die once.
Right? And I said, wow. I said, I'm taking
point of
that
view.
with me.
Yeah.
And I've been holding on to that with me ever since. And that's why, like, you see me trying to travel and do all these different things. Like, I'll go travel broke. I'll spend my last dollar to go reset. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's living.
For real, need
Yeah.
that. For
Yeah.
real. So for real.
We had a guest last week, and that we was talking about that because some things that came up. And I was saying, like, what you was saying was, I feel like generational wealth is knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And I think in our community, we misconstrue the wealth part with money. And it's like, it's not money, it's knowledge. Because if I teach you, you can forever do whatever it is. But if I just give it to you, you might mishandle it.
Yeah. So the other part of so they say knowledge is power.
Yes.
Okay. Knowledge is part of it. The true power is in the understanding of the knowledge.
Okay.
See, once you have understanding of the knowledge, you know how to make it work for you and your people.
Yeah.
Because you can be a knowledgeable fool.
Yeah. Well.
So understanding is the true power. So, and I think that, that saying all the time, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. So you get people thinking, well, as long as I know a bunch of stuff, I got power. No, because you have no understanding of what you have. And you just sitting here regurgitating something that you done read, and you have no full understanding for where it came from. Right? I'm a nerd for history. So anything that I get into, I'm trying to research. And I'm talking about, I'll go way, 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 way back to understand the roots of where it came from, why. Right. And then that's why I'm really big on, like, words have power.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, understanding is the true power.
Yeah. Now that's what's up, man. So for y'all out there that's listening, understand when we talk about generational wealth, and I like that phrase, you only die once. You live every day.
Yes, sir.
And it's because we live every day, hey man, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. You know what I mean? That's the way I perceive that. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, hey, I'm gonna take my last dollar and I'm gonna go take it to reset.
Yeah.
And reset is big because a lot of people don't know that they need to reset.
Yeah. 100%.
Reset is therapeutic to your own being. You gonna crash out.
Yeah. Especially when you wear the crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
And I'm an empath, right? So I receive a lot of, like, negative energy, and I'm constantly giving good energy.
Yeah.
So that's why what's one part of why I don't go to funerals is because I become so overwhelmed in like my head and it's just too much because I'm receiving and I don't have enough for everybody. So I just stay out of those environments. But when I go, like, especially if I go out on a cruise or I go on a beach or somewhere like that, like, I feel like the earth is regenerating me.
Yeah.
Or even just sitting in the middle of the ocean, like reconnecting with, like, 200,000 years ago. It's like I got visions of the creatures that were in this space and how they were swimming and living, and that resets me and re-energizes me. So when I come back, I'm ready to do what I was called to do.
But you know what? That might be your thing. You know what I'm saying? You'll tap back into earth.
100%.
You'll tap back into nature.
Yes.
And I think a lot of us need to tap back in to the earth and tap back into nature because that helps us regulate ourselves. You know what I mean? And there's so many times and so many of us who are dysregulated that we're not even understanding that we are dysregulated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we use things we like, to, I don't know, I would say calm us down. But it's just like, hey man, just go take a trip or something.
You talking about like drugs and stuff like that? Yeah. See, I'm not a drug person.
I don't want to judge nobody because I don't know their choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not, because everybody do what they do whenever they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't knock it. Whatever it take for you to regulate, so long as you don't abuse and it don't get in the way of you being a productive person.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I don't knock nobody's thing. If you being a productive person, you work hard, you should play hard
Yeah.
in a
100%.
responsible manner.
Yeah. So you had the one fitness center. It was sort of like similar to, you remember like God's Gym?
Yeah, most definitely.
It definitely.
Yeah,
gave
it was
that
kind of
vibe.
like it was kind of
I
like
love
that.
it. Old school.
You know, a resource center. You know, you guys was talking about that list. You can take it over about the questions, you know, that you wanted to ask what pertaining to the One Fitness Center. But I looked at it to be a good place for, you know, I got, put it like this. I got my DJ break at One Fitness Center.
Yeah.
With Fast Eddie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a place where we can come in and
Do you
just do us.
Do you?
Remember what I told you my calling was?
Mm-hmm.
It's to create a space for us to come together and network.
Yeah.
And you let things happen organically. All I did was create the space. When you came and DJ Fast Eddie came, y'all did what y'all did organically. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Right? And it's the same with like a lot of relationships that you see now, especially with like black folks and black businesses. A lot of them had their roots for coming into that space, and a lot of them met there and went out to do more and more things.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what that space was for. It wasn't for nobody to come and just stay there.
Right.
Come there, build relationships, network with like-minded people, and walk in y'all lane, walk in y'all paths, and be great.
Yeah. You had the
real.
guys back there breakdancing, and you know, Donnie was doing this jiu-jitsu, then there's guys boxing, there was people working out. And just, might have been just people just sitting there chilling. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
It was just like a place where you can go and just like take your shoes and hat and shoes off and not be judged.
Feel like you belong.
Yeah.
So how many places we go to, especially as black folks, when we walk in, we feel like this really ain't for us, but
I
we're gonna
swear.
use the facility, you know. So that's why I made it clear, and that's why the heading I had up there was Black History is the Genesis of World History, and then I had the red, black, and green tribute to Marcus Garvey about being a united people, you know, with the by being descendants of Africa, Akabulan, to come together and be unified. See, every culture in America is unified and integrated.
Yeah.
Us as black folks, when they desegregated things, all the people with the education and the money, they left our neighborhoods and left the people without the education, left the people without the money and no guidance. And that's where our so-called ghettos come from. And then those very people went elsewhere trying to find acceptance by white society and wanted to not be seen as black.
You know what's tripped out about that word ghetto? They said it actually comes from Italy. That it's that it was an Italian neighborhood that was messed up that they called ghetto. Something along them lines. I had briefly heard it.
But you know, ghettos just don't mean black neighborhoods. Right. So then this is what I'm saying. That's how a lot of people been programmed. So if I'm saying ghetto, I'm not only talking about where I'm talking about poor people. Now, what I said earlier, it's an economic status that are really being railroaded. So you got white ghettos, you got Latino ghettos, you got Asian ghettos, you got black ghettos.
Yeah.
You know, but I was speaking particularly to our people and what left us in that state.
Yeah.
And the mindset that left us in that state. And you still see it right now. All of the wealth that we have as black folks, if all of those wealthy people came together, we could change the circumstances of our people as a whole.
But what you know what they gonna do, bro. You know what they gonna do.
Yeah.
You're
gonna say it's a terrorist group.
No, that's not. It's not.
Cult.
Yeah.
That's not what they gonna do.
What?
They're gonna pull you out of position. They're gonna take your value from the people that you are valuable to.
Oh man.
Well, not if you are true to who you say you are.
But
and a lot of times we got people in positions of trying to be so-called leaders that are not. They don't stand for nothing.
They're not true to. The only person who I really heard was true to who they are was Kyrie Irving. Because when them folks came to Kyrie Irving and told him he got to bow down and he got to do X, Y, and Z, he said, "I ain't doing none of that." And we'll stop your money. He said, "I got enough of it.
Right.
I got enough. If you want to stop me from playing in the NBA today, no problem. Cool. I got enough money to sustain."
Right.
But you say that to some other people, bro, they be like, "Oh no, okay."
Yeah, because they created a lifestyle that they can't sustain unless the money keeps coming.
Man, they sacrificing and selling their souls and selling out, bro.
Because they selfish.
Yeah.
It's not about the collective, it's about them as individuals. So if we can get people into positions of authority who don't have that mindset, right, and they don't carry these so-called credentials because they didn't go through all, they're not brainwashed into that system. Those are the people that you need to be in these positions of authority, because they're going to stand for something and not just try to be anything in order to get whatever crowd they're in front of to like them or accept them. Yeah, I don't care if you accept me or not. I am who I am in every room at every time, and you either respect it or you just don't deal with me, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. How do you think the black community now feel about Dr. Umar? Because you know they painted a bad picture of him. He just now finally got the school opened. And you remember they was like, oh man, my man down bad. He's spending, because he was on social media asking people to help him because he ain't had no. They froze his accounts. So people thought that he took this money when the folks froze his accounts. And he was like, hey man, I'm living with my mom right now, because I'm just down bad. Can y'all send a brother a few bucks through Cash App, Apple Pay, yada yada yada? And they like, oh man, he took this money and ran off, and he had to, saying like, dog, I didn't do that. But now the school finally opened up. You know what I'm saying? So it's called the Marcus Garvey, because you was just talking about Marcus Garvey, the Marcus Garvey Academy. I don't know what academics he got in there as of yet. But, how do you think the black community now will perceive that? Because he stuck to who he was, and they try to make society try to make it seem like he took this money and ran off and he wasn't going to open up no school.
So for one, when you step out into the spotlight, you got to understand that they're going to try to make you wrong even when you're right. So you have to move accordingly. You can't step out there and be a certain way and have anything that they can pull out of the darkness on you. Right? You got to be able to stand 10 toes down on who you are and anything that you've ever done.
100%.
Right? You can't be shamed. See, like me, I can't be shamed from my past because I'm okay with my past. I lived it. And if I didn't have that past, I wouldn't have been able to save a lot of the lives that I've saved over the years.
Yeah.
From people being shot down dead, like I was able to step between two people, both guns out, ready to kill each other, only because I am who I am and that I had the history that I had. So when they saw me, like the respect was there and they understood, I wasn't gonna let you kill him and I ain't gonna let him kill you. I can just grab you, let's go, you go with me, right? Now, if my past wasn't my past, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I can only do that in my land. I can't go to Chicago and do that. They'll kill me dead because that's not my land. But in my land, I could do that.
And more, this generation is, you have to lead by example. They not listening to what you did or like what other people are saying about you. Who are you? They're looking at you and understanding what is in front of me, and are you leading by example? You got to show them the way. Like they'd be like, we wasn't there. Like the kids on the football court and basketball and stuff, they don't care about what those coaches did in high school. Like, show me what you can do now. Right. Show me what the knowledge that you have now. How can you teach me now?
Most definitely.
That's definitely how I've been noticing the generation.
One of the guests said, hey, ask Marcus, do we still put the gloves on?
Is that a challenge? Yeah, I still put the gloves on.
I heard about being the people's champ when it was starting to be the fight night. And that's where I thought that name had came from. I'm like, oh, he must have been in here knocking people out first.
Hands up, guns down, fight night. Shout out to my nephew, Anthony Barracks, for coming up with that concept. But
that was fun.
One thing about me, I've been knocking grown men out since I was 11. Like those that know,
they should call you Hurricane. What's going on?
But I just always been a fighter. I take my bumps and bruises. Like with anything, practice don't make perfect. It just make you better. Yeah. And that's what I did in my youth. I did a whole lot of that in them streets for no good reason. So when I came home in 99, I channeled my energy into going to boxing and learning boxing to channel my negative energy. And then I took that on and I just kind of kept that with me. And I always felt like it was a tool to connect with the youth. You know,
sure.
I remember being young and not respecting anybody that I didn't think could whoop me. You know, so I figured as long as I had the hands, you know, I can connect with a lot of the hardcore youth, right? Because there's those youth, and a lot of these programs are set up to deal with. They may live in an area, but they're not really active in anything negative. And a lot of these programs, they'll take those kids and say, hey, look at these at-risk youth and all the good we've done to them. But what you don't see is the kids that were like me, that they pushed off into the corner, they don't want nobody to see. Because it's a lot of work dealing with somebody like that. And you got to be committed for a lifetime. And you got to work with those kids and allow them to go through all of the ups and downs that they're going to go through and still be there to help guide them when they're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about this dynamic a lot, and I feel like I hear this a lot when it comes to parenting. That what would you say to someone when they feel like programs are putting too much energy into the at-risk, but not understanding that there are kids that still that are well behaved or, you know, not living in the suburbs or something and don't need as much help as far as discipline and things like that, and they're getting overshadowed.
But I feel like those are the kids that are actually getting the help, and the ones that are being overshadowed are the ones who really need it.
Discipline.
Those are the ones who really need it. And that's what I've seen. Like these kids, like they say at risk because they're saying like they may live in a place or, you know, their family don't got a lot of money or whatever. And they see these things every day. They're not necessarily involved. Because I'm talking about the ones who are involved, those who jumped off the porch.
Right.
You know, I jumped off the porch at the age of 11. And that's why like a lot of the guys, when I see them today, they think I'm their age. You know, because I mean, I was on top of the food chain for a long time, but at a very early age. So they got to look back and be like, how old are you?
Right.
So back then,
I was one of those guys. I thought that you was like older than me like that. We almost like the same age. And I'm just like,
I'm 48.
Yeah.
I just never saw you in the neighborhood like that, bro. And I think we lived right by each other.
Yeah.
I was on Raymond Street and you was on Hastings, right? Or something
Grace.
like that.
I've been on Grace since 2003. I bought that house.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, at that time, I'm reformed man already.
Yeah,
you know. So the things that I'm doing is trying to share knowledge on how to change the dynamics, right? Not only by living, right, because I was living it, and then trying to get people to invest into real estate and all these other things, and that there's other ways to get money outside of the streets.
Yeah.
And if you take your mindset that you have in them streets and apply it to these different places, like you don't have to be in the streets.
Right.
You can get legit dollars. So I was doing all of that stuff way back when, and it took a lot of the guys. I think probably like around like 2015, 2018 when they really started like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I see what you was talking about.
Yeah.
And I poke at them all the time. Like, we did what I was talking about back then. We all be millionaires.
Yeah. So how effective was Hands Up, Guns Down?
I think it was very, very effective. I think one of the biggest fight nights we had was with two rival Latino gangs, guys that used to be in positions of authority, who came and they threw down in front, and we had all of them in the building. So it was like a sanctuary.
I remember that.
Right? So I think that was like the most powerful fight night outside of the the sheriff and I fighting.
Yeah.
I get my guy Real, every time I see him, he like, that was the greatest moment in Black history of LJ. Yeah. It's like
For real.
So take me back to, because I'm curious. Take me back to the time when you had the opposing gangs fight each other. After they fought, with the two people in position, after they fought, did they hug it out? What happened after that?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I know they hugged it out, but like
bygones be bygones.
Yeah, they still, because see, before that, they were already communicating. They already communicating. They already coaching kids and doing, like, they already interacting with one another in order to even get to that space. And that's why they did it, was to send out that message, like, we are not enemies. Like, we got a common goal. And if more of us would realize what the common goal is and stop focusing on whatever it is that our belief system differences, let all of that go. You can believe as you believe. I don't have to believe as you believe to understand that we all have a common goal to uplift our neighborhood, protect our children and our families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's powerful, bro. You know what I'm saying? For two people, and it let the younger dude see that. So like, go ahead.
One of the guys I was close with, he was making a message to the younger, because he like coached as well, like younger kids, and he was making the message to them like, yeah, you can be a rival with someone. Yeah, we gonna have this competition, but it's still all love. It's still just a sport. It's competition, me versus you, but it's still all love. We could still just play the game.
You know what I realized? So some of my closest friends today were my rivals in the past.
Yeah, same.
So the way I tell people, the way you know you are truly a different person is when the person who one day probably wanted you dead will invite you to their house to sit and have dinner with their family.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And what I learned is a lot of those guys, we had more in common than we didn't.
For real.
And once we really started talking and being around each other, like, man, this is my brother. I wouldn't let nothing happen to him. He wouldn't let nothing happen to me. But here we are mad at each other because
so silly.
Yeah, you wearing black and red, I'm wearing black and blue, and I'm mad at you like for nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
For nothing. A
In
lot
my
of people.
perspective, it's like it was female drama. Like we just mad at each other over a guy. Like what?
Y'all so messy.
Like what? What was that? Like, and then to kind of find out, like, I'm super cool with these girls. Like, you is cool as hell, and network like a mug, and we just let a man.
Emotions.
Emotions.
When emotion runs high, logic runs low. Yeah.
So
that
that is.
I taught my babies from elementary school. I explained to them, one day these friends of yours are gonna all of a sudden not like you.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, for one, y'all so
Randomly.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen is some little boy gonna think you beautiful. They gonna like that little boy, and now they mad at you because he think you beautiful, and you ain't gonna know what happened. Like they just spent the night at the house with you last weekend. Now they hate you, you know. But that's how girls are.
No,
Man,
seriously.
Your nephew actually started something that's like trendy now, bro. Like I be watching these backyard fights, man. It's some tripped out stuff, bro. You know, like watching these people just they be like in a fight yard or yard, and they get the gloves and they just go ahead and duke it out. You know what I mean? It's like, and then this guy think he go from city to city, state to state, and he just hosts these little fights, man.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever bring that back, or is it there's not a lot of tension like that in today's?
Well, so my nephew a few weeks ago was like, man, I want to bring Hands Up Guns Down back. He want to bring it. So it's a matter of the logistics and figuring it out and putting it together. So definitely. So the one fitness center, of course, was stolen from us, and we had to go and let it go because we couldn't compete with the money.
But let's shout out Anto.
Yes, sir.
He is the best. I love Antho. The way he worked them boys, just his energy on the field, the way he hyped them up, the way he bring the kids out. And then we were just talking about, because we starting a girls flag, and he was saying how he got some girls he gonna bring over. We was making a joke. He was like, Antho gonna register all of them girls too. He gonna sign the paper for them. The paper probably gonna be folded up and everything, but he gonna make sure you got it.
Most
He
definitely.
gonna make sure you got what you need for them kids. And I love him for that. If he watching, I love you for that.
Very,
brother.
very proud of him.
Yes.
So a little bit of history on Anthony.
Mr. Berry.
Yeah, so back in probably when he was like 13, 14, right? I was planting seeds. And like I said, I have these writings that I made, and I used to give them to him, tell him to read them. And when I say about how it's a lifetime commitment, so he went through all kinds of stuff, shot 6 times, now he's sitting in the penitentiary. So when he was 14, I had asked him a question. I said, if I died today, what is it that you would remember about me? He broke my heart. He said, I will remember that you knock people out. And I just looked at him. I said, everything I've ever done, everything that I've ever said, and everything that I've ever given to you, that's what you're going to remember about me. He was like, yeah. I left it there. Fast forward, I'm sitting in prison doing time. He wrote me a letter. In that letter, he reflected back to that moment. And when he reflected, he said, nah, I get it. And he recited, which means that it was in his mind, my words that I had wrote all those years ago. And he said, this is what I will remember. And he apologized that his mindset of me back then was that when I had so much more to offer him. And it was a very powerful
Wasn't
moment.
perceiving it.
Yeah. So it took that time for him to receive the seed that was planted. And then that's how he evolved into the man that he is today. And he's still evolving. And I tell him all the time, you're going to be constantly tested by the universe to see, are you who you say you are?
Yeah, 100%.
Constantly. Like, I still get tested. Am I who I say I am? So, and I also say that there's a process that you go through. Stage 1 is to better yourself. If you don't better yourself, you can't help anybody else. Stage 2, you better your family. Stage 3, you better the community. Stage 4, you try to better politics on a political spectrum. And as you evolve to each stage of this, you begin to do them all simultaneously because you got to always go back to stage 1 and better yourself. And you got to be able to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Are you who you say you are? So if you've done something that doesn't go along with who you say you are, you need to make that right. If you owe somebody an apology or whatever you need to do, you need to address it and then recalibrate yourself and get back on your path. So if I'm off my path, like I'm miserable, very miserable,
For real.
until I get back on my path and do what I'm called to do.
Integrity is a mofo.
Yeah.
Integrity is a mofo. But he's doing great things, man. You never lied about somebody testing you to see if you are who you say that you are. Because there's always people that want to be like, see, I told y'all. And it's crazy, man. Because it's not easy to take on that load. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, hey, help me carry this load.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we need more people like that, man. There's some great guys down there at Drake Field, man. Big ups to throw, though, man. So this June, we got Juneteenth coming up, brother. I see you rocking the Juneteenth sweatshirt.
Black Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, first person that ever put me on to Juneteenth was Shirley Bassett. Shout out to Shirley
Shout
and
out
Rob.
to Shirley.
I love y'all. But when it was first introduced to me, like, it's like, okay, I could receive it, but at the same time, like, I just didn't feel like it fit me, right? I felt like it was like that old Negro spiritual down by the wayside, Juneteenth, right? And so I didn't really take ownership in it. So the power of ownership, once you take ownership into something, like, you put so much more into it, you protect it, you push it, like, you just make it happen by all means necessary. So in order for me to take ownership of Juneteenth, I had to say, okay, you know what? Really, Juneteenth is our Independence Day. It's Black Independence Day. And I think the term Juneteenth and all of that came way back when because they were afraid that they would take their freedom back. So they didn't want to say anything that asserted too much pride, right? So, I always felt like it was just too timid. And then, so, like, me, I'm bold. And Juneteenth is my Black Independence Day. And that's how I push it, Black Independence Day. That's the way I was able to take ownership in it and really put it out there where we can celebrate and take pride in being Black first.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's going to be a long time before Black folks really took this day serious, like how they take the 4th of July? Because you got folks who be like, oh, the 4th is coming up. My kids got to get their new outfits, haircut. I got to get myself together for the 4th, for the 4th, for the 4th, for the 4th.
Because
But here we have our own day.
they take pride in being American before they take pride in being Black.
Yeah.
And this goes back to what I said. Every other culture takes pride in being Irish, Italian, Mexican first,
Yeah.
then American. We are so afraid that we're going to make white folks uncomfortable that we want to, I'm this first.
I would say this, Marcus. That's the American Blacks. Because I've been in different countries, like in Central America, and they represent their African heritage, bro. They got like, I'm supposed to be going to Belize in November, and they got the Garfuna Festival. And not only do they have the Garfuna Festival, they have the Belizean Carnival. You know what I mean?
But you know why that is?
You gotta tell me why that is.
So the reason is we are the only people here in America that were so disconnected from their roots. Our roots were completely cut, and we were indoctrinated with American ways and American history. Period. And I'm gonna tell you why. So if you go to those other countries, you know what orishas are?
No.
So orishas are ancient African deities that were worshipped by the Yoruba people.
Okay.
Right. So all of those Greek gods, that all of that, Zeus and all of them, like those all correlate with African deities, ancient African deities, long before Greek. Right. And you'll see, especially in like Afro-Latino countries and stuff, that has been passed on from generation to generation, where they still are connected to those ancestral roots of worship.
Okay.
We were disconnected from all of that.
Well, cause like you, I'm a history dude, but I ain't went into it as deep as you. So just as a thought, right? Just as a thought, because there was already blacks here in the Americas that the African roots, because like in other countries, as soon as you go to that country, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see that fight or that war. You're gonna see that. But you come here to the United States, you don't see nothing. Is it because the American black was already established and didn't come with African roots like they did from the Caribbeans in the West Indies?
It was here. Remember what I told you about Hannibal?
Uh-huh.
How they tried to erase him for history and make him to be out something other than the African, because he's considered one of the greatest military minds of all time.
Got you.
How they completely erased him where you can't even find a picture of him.
Yeah.
They erased us here. America erased us.
Okay.
They beat it out of us. They killed us. They took it all.
Okay.
So, like roots, they tried to show how Kunta Kinte tried to pass certain things down. But as you see, it became more and more watered down as the generations went on.
But that was in the South. But what about
Period. That's America.
Okay, so what about, so there was a difference from the North to the South, right? So you know how when we talk about soul food, and so you think about Southern food, Southern dishes, right? But there was a lot of black people in the North, right? What is that tradition?
So
Because we know the South tradition, but what is the North tradition?
you got to remember, the North are those black folks that were looking for acceptance. So they didn't want to be seen as black. They didn't want to hold on to black traditions. They wanted to erase all of that and show white folks, I just want to be like y'all. I'm just part of y'all. Now, in the South, they knew they would never be accepted. It's a whole different mindset. So especially like you talk about New Orleans and stuff like that, so they still held on to some African traditions and roots from New Orleans. So you still see some of that stuff that's there. But the majority of our roots was definitely cut off. And like I say, the people in the North, they just wanted to be accepted. They didn't want to ruffle any feathers at all. So they let go anything that made them anything other than American or acceptable or a safe Negro to white folks. That's the reality of it. And that's what we up against still to this day, is that we got so many of us that are still looking to be accepted by white folks before they take pride in being black.
Yeah.
So like for me, if a white person tells me, I don't see you as black, I just see you as Marcus, I stop them and I tell them, I say, that's an insult. I say, you just disrespected me. And they're like, how? I say, what you're telling me is you suffer from cognitive dissonance, which means that everything that you think black is negative, is ugly, is hateful, is this and that, and that you see greatness in me. You see all these good things in me, and that you can't associate these great things that you see in me with the black man. So in order for it to make sense to you, you tell me you don't see me as a black man, you just see me as Marcus. I said, I need you to see me as a black man. I need you to associate all that greatness with a black man. And that's how we start tearing down all those stereotypes and the negative images that they push out there. Because so many negative images are pushed that it's like nobody want to be considered black except for the people that's in the hood or whatever, So it's like, we have to address that.
Man, where was you at during Black History Month, bro?
Could have used
Because
that.
nobody wanted to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to have this conversation because even in the schools now, I'm like, is the culture dying?
Well, so Black History Month, that's why I say Black History, African Heritage. And if you're not going to teach the African heritage of Akabulan, then what are we really doing? So, because really Black history is American history,
Yeah.
right? Our history goes back so much further.
Yeah.
Why we not talking about, Ethiopia and how Ethiopia is the only place that's never been colonized and how their Christianity predates every other Christianity in the world. Why we not talking about that? That's our history as Africans. Akabulan, that's the type of conversations I want to have. So yeah, we could share the history of the Black folks in America, but we get fixated on it like that's where our history begins.
And it's not.
Yeah, our history began with slavery. No. We were the masters at one point across the world.
That's what they're trying to make it seem as if that's when the history began. I'm just like, it's
because that's how you are a slave is what they telling you. Stay in your place. All this stuff was going on in Africa. They trying to rewrite history. Like Egypt wasn't in Africa. It's not your people. White people built that. No.
And still in the schools, all they teach is just Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King.
That's it.
So
that's it.
When I used to bring kids into the gym, I would take them. I had an area set up with, like I say, the red, the black, and the green. And then I had pharaohs and African kings up on the wall. And then I had the Orishas on the wall. But I would ask them, where's Egypt? 9.9 times out of 10, even grown people, they would look at me like, I was like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Because that's what whitewashing things are, to make you not know that Egypt, considered one of the greatest civilizations of all time, was Black people, was our people. We are the ancient people.
Actually, it's gosh, it's what do we call the Egyptian women? What do we call Nubian? Nubian is an actual race of people in Egypt, and they're far from Cairo. You have to take a boat to get over to Nubia.
Yeah, so if you go down like south, so like even like the Kush, right?
Yeah.
So like Egypt's been through so many different takeovers and wars and different things like that, to where it got whitewashed a little bit too. And the last time that Egypt was close to the ancient and the original Egypt is when Kush had seized power over Egypt. Because they still, even though they were south, they were still connected to the roots of when Egypt was originally built, because they always strived to be like Egypt.
Yeah. I got a fun fact for you. So to show you how Illinois was connected to like slavery and stuff, I forget his name, but there's a town in southwest Illinois called New West Philadelphia. You ever heard of that town?
No.
It's called New West Philadelphia. Now, New West Philadelphia was a town that was established by a Black dude who brought his freedom, and he moved to southern Illinois where he established his town. Now, a lot of these towns are gone because the railroads is gone. A lot of these towns existed because of the railroad. So this dude spent, let's just say, if it was in today's money, it probably was maybe between $500,000 to $1 million, and he got all his family and a couple other people. He brought their freedom, and they all moved to this town in Illinois, which is called New Philadelphia. It's New West Philadelphia, and this was part of the Underground Railroad. But they never taught us that, and they never talked about that in schools neither.
Yeah,
and this was an all-Black town that was established by a black slave.
Right. So, we know American history is not going to teach you. That's why I say it's up to us to teach our history.
Yeah.
Because they're going to tell their story the way they want you to be brainwashed to believe.
And they're fighting. Ain't they trying to fight us on Juneteenth still? Because didn't Trump just reverse that?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, they definitely trying to, and I mean, like, they trying to take away everything. You know what they doing down south in like Alabama and stuff, trying to redistrict all of that and take away the couple black senators representatives that they have down there. Fortunately they won down there and they was able to stop that. But ever since they gutted the Civil Rights Act, these people have been able to go ahead and try to pull all kinds of stunts. You know, that's why when people in power don't want to fight the system for what is necessary, you know, and they only accept what they can get because they don't have the energy to fight for what we need. That's what makes me upset, and that's why I try to press a part of the political spectrum. Yeah, you want people in there who stand for something, who are gonna actually fight against. It don't matter if it's a law against it. It don't matter if it's collective bargaining. Like, you willing to fight that fight in order to get what is needed, not what they're willing to give, because they're gonna give you what makes them comfortable. And change is an uncomfortable thing, and if they're not uncomfortable, then nothing has changed.
So what's the connection between Juneteenth and Pan-Africanism?
I don't think it was necessarily. I think
Because there's a specific flag for Juneteenth, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's not really a connection, but we make the connection because it's all part of our history, right? Because there's also a African heritage flag as well that was created in I think 65 or 67 or something like that. So all of those things are part of our history at different times. Now you got to remember that the Pan-African flag was the first that was created by Marcus Garvey. Now this was in the 1920s. Garvey was doing this at a time when it was like unheard of trying to have black pride and fight for black rights in the 1920s. So he created that flag then. So as far as like the connection is just that it's part of our history. And as time went on, we should embrace all of those flags because they all come from a different perspective and a different point in time, but it's still all part of us where somebody was trying to do something to generate black unity and black pride together. That's what all it is for me. So yeah, I think we should embrace all of those flags.
All right. You got anything going on for Juneteenth?
Yeah, so for Juneteenth, Saturday, June 20th, we're gonna be meeting at the Marie Gorelick Park that's over there off of Hindi and 31, that park back there. We're gonna meet there and we're gonna do I'm Black and I'm Proud walk with all of the African flags and represent all the different African countries and move and walk in unity and just take pride in being black and being descendants of Akabulan.
I love
Gotcha.
that. What time that start?
11 o'clock, we're going to meet. We're going to start walking at noon. The walk is about 3 miles.
Okay.
And it's just a loop all around, down 31, down Kimball, through downtown, past Festival Park where we could salute Shirley Bassett and the festival that's going on there. And then we'll end up at Marie Gorelick Park where we're going to fire up them grills and kick back and enjoy some good food and some good times.
Yeah.
And then once we finish up with that, we're going to go over and hang out at the other festivals. I'm big on and, not or. You know, just was we as a culture, we're such a diverse people and we have different tastes and different... You should go everywhere. Spend a little time in all these different places. See your people. Connect with your people. Talk to different people from different avenues and just get to know each other. At least see each other and recognize each other's faces.
For real, yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, because until we become united and integrated, united and integrated, we're going to always be a victim to the system.
Without a doubt. Real quick, I don't know if we usually do a Vanessa B segment. I don't know if she got anything today.
I do.
Oh, this girl is crazy, man.
Because y'all been a little serious. So I got a question. I was talking to my guy best friend and he debates with me and I'm curious to know.
Okay.
Have you guys ever called a girl phone so many times she ain't answer and you call from another number?
Yeah.
Or call block?
I showed up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Like, what's
now
my-
I've done the show up.
Yeah.
that's a bit stalker.
No, but I was 14 though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My ex-wife, I showed up. Looking under the window like, hold on, whose shoes is those?
And then it started off with calling the phone too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mugs ain't answered. Ooh, y'all something.
Yeah. But that was 30-something years ago. I wouldn't do it now. If I
No.
call you 2 times and you don't answer, I won't call you no more.
If it's an argument,
Well, I don't do no arguing.
dang, no disagreeing.
No arguing at all. So
We
I'm
can't
about.
agree to disagree.
Yes, we can.
Oh.
But that don't have to be an argument. That could be a
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, because the minute you start raising your voice and cussing and all that, I don't hear nothing you say. I'm just gonna take myself out the equation.
Do you hang up?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, you hang up on somebody.
Yeah.
You hang up on somebody if they arguing with you.
Just walk away. I'm not finna give you that energy. No.
That's not cool. I don't like that.
So,
yeah.
for one, 9 times out of 10, it's something that's so small on the spectrum that it don't even register. Like I told you, I'm on a universal
But what if
level.
it matters to me?
Then-
It matters to me. I
Then
want
that's
to
something
get this
you need to
off.
work out with yourself.
Dang.
So this is what I say. Women have the baboon syndrome.
That's cold.
Want me to break it down for you what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the way they capture baboons is they cut a hole in a tree and they put food or something in it that the baboon would want. And the baboon would go in there and grab hold of it. Now it's stuck. It can't get out. And it's a big, beautiful world. They looking and they can't enjoy it no more because they won't do one simple thing. What do you think that is?
I don't know. Temptation, avoid temptation.
Simply let it go.
Let it go.
That's
They
it.
want the food. They want the food.
Let it go. And then you can go out and go get something else. Women get fixated on this little thing. And for most men, it don't even register. So imagine being in the universe and you
I
see
think that's
all these moving parts. You see all of these moving parts. And then she talking about something like the toilet seat being left up. But your vision is such broader spectrum, and your goals in life are so much greater than worrying about that. And my first thing is a woman should do, because it's something I do. Ask yourself, why are you feeling this way? Second question.
I tell you right now.
Second question. Should you be feeling that way?
Continue. I got the answer
So,
for you.
because as a man, if it's something that I'm doing, because I'll hear you, I'll make an adjustment. It might be small, because I won't compromise my belief system, but I will make an adjustment. Now, once I make that adjustment, you have to accept that that's what it is, and that's what you're going to get. And then,
Accept.
yes. And then at that point, it's not a me thing, it's a you thing.
Dang. But no, let's say for an example, you done left this toilet seat up 1,000 times on the set, 1,000 times. All cool, calm, collective, how you want it. And told you put the toilet seat down because why do I gotta constantly come in here with the toilet seat up?
Now, the toilet seat being up is the compromise.
Okay.
Every time I go to the bathroom, I have to put it up so that I don't pee on it, so you don't come in there and sit on pee.
And then now you put it up.
Now, your compromise is when you come to use the
I
bathroom,
gotta pull it up.
you put it down.
Oh no.
I've already compromised by putting it up. Because if I leave it down and pee on it, you come sit and pee, now you mad, right?
But what about the little top part?
You being selfish.
Dang.
You want me?
Yeah.
You're not recognizing the adjustment that I made by simply putting the seat up out of respect. You so fixated on what you want that you don't recognize the adjustment that I made.
Okay. That is right. That is okay.
Right, so think about how many times, so like men listen. We're not gonna respond right away. We will make subtle adjustments. And see what happens is women turn around and be like, when they see the subtle adjustment, they say stuff like, oh, now you care? At that point, a
That's
man
true.
will look at you like,
That's true.
no, I don't. Now I'm not doing nothing.
That's true.
Now at that point, I'm getting ready to check out, and you probably on your last week or two with me because I'm about to break up with you because you're selfish.
That's true. That's true. But as of lately, it's men walking away from conversations has been a big thing. I have been in a lot of business conversations and talks like that, And if it's a disagreement, they walk away. They say, I'm not going back and forth, I'm not arguing. But all it is a disagreement. Is I don't agree with the policy that you're putting in place, right?
But how are you presenting that? Men are big on respect.
Oh, yeah.
Your tone.
Body language.
All of that matters, because the minute you come off as you're attacking me, as a man, I check out, because for one, I'm not going to put my hands on you. So for me, if I feel attacked, I either knock it out or I take myself out the equation. When it comes to women, I would never put my hands on a woman. So I take myself out the equation. And I just walk away.
I just feel like that don't solve nothing.
Then you need to make the adjustment to where your presentation is where a man can receive it.
Why is we got to make...
Because you're being disrespectful. If I'm talking, like how we talking, we can talk about anything just like this. But when you start getting emotional because I don't agree with you and you're trying to force your thought process on me, then you're no longer hearing or processing what I'm saying to you. So now what's the point of even talking to you if you're not going to process what's being said? You're listening to react and respond. You're not processing what's being said. Because if you process it, like I'm processing what you're saying, then I can go, okay, you know what? We ain't going to do it exactly, but we can take this from that. We can take this from that, put this together, and here's a compromise. But when you start rah-rahing like this is the only way, then now there's no conversation to be had.
I'm curious then what you would say for a woman that deals with a man that's emotional like that.
So I think take yourself out the equation.
Take yourself out.
Yeah.
Because a man shouldn't be. If a man get emotional,
Get all rah-rah.
When a man's emotional, things finna happen. That's just my opinion. You know,
And if he's not emotionally mature, like the same thing with women, that's all any man really want from a woman is that she's emotionally mature. And when I say emotionally mature, is you ask yourself those questions. Why do I feel like this? And then should I be feeling like this? And then work through your own emotion before you project that onto me.
I get what you're saying.
because
a lot of times, because then a lot of time women we hold on to something that may have happened before.
Baboon syndrome.
You literally hold on to something that happened before, and then something else occurred, and now you ticked off because it feels like a sequence of events. It feels like you did that, now you're doing this, and it's just be like.
And 9 times out of 10, it's not even that.
Yeah.
Y'all make it to be something that is not
Connected, yeah.
And then like a man to just check out, because we're not gonna overly explain. It's like you don't get it, and obviously you don't know me. Like if you're my partner, you should know me.
You did that, now you do. You hear me? You did that, now you doing that. Okay, then I had another one.
Okay.
Why is the population of single people going up? Why are so many people single these days?
People checking out.
I
know a lot of men, like, I'd rather be by myself than have a headache. It's like you want a partner, but then you don't want to have to wake up every morning worrying about what emotional state that your partner is in, and then having to think about, like, you already got a plan. You're trying to live and you just trying to be. And then now you got to worry about, well, when I wake up, can I go pee first, or do I got to text her first? Like, and you got to start trying to juggle all of that. And most people rather just check out than have to juggle all of that.
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
Yeah, all you got to do is just be.
Yeah.
Like, if we together. And if you can, you trust me, then trust me. If I didn't text you when I first woke up, your concern should be like, okay, something's on his mind. You're not the only thing that I got going on in my world.
Yeah.
Whether a man got kids or whether he got a job where he's in charge and he has to coordinate, and like he might have woke up a little bit late, and then he like, oh dang, I'm late. I got to make sure this is in place. So he might not even zero in on like, dang, I ain't text my woman till 9 o'clock. But by the time he look at the phone, you done already did all of this crazy stuff. So I had to break up with somebody because I worked overnight, and when I got home, I sent out a couple messages, whatever, and then I fell asleep. But y'all know that little blue light be on Messenger, like you on Messenger.
Yeah.
I'm asleep. I wake up to all kind of missed calls and all kind of craziness. So if I have to prove myself to you after I finish, my next words are I can't be with you. 'Cause I had to show this girl. I sent it I missed all of these calls. You ain't the only one. I'm asleep. Just because that blue dot is on don't mean anything.
Right.
And then, okay. I'll just talk to you later. And then I'm like, no, you won't.
Right. All that
I'm done.
just made me mad. Right.
Well, it shows that you got a lot of insecurities and that you're gonna be a headache. This is a red flag. So if this is like this in the first few months of a relationship, imagine what it's gonna be like a year or 2 years later.
No, seriously.
And I ain't got the kind of time on my hands to sit and watch you evolve into something that is a monster.
No, seriously. I could see that. For what you think? Why so many? Don't just put it on us like Marcus just
No,
did.
I'm not even gonna put it on y'all. I think that people.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
I think that in the world that we in today, I think a lot of people feel like they're self-sufficient.
Yeah.
I think that people feel like they now need their own space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why that we can be together, but we ain't gotta be together like that. Kind of like, you know what I mean? I just think people can feel like they can do bad on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We live in a different day and age now. You know, it's not like when Mama and them was growing up. You know, and there's a lot of distractions. And again, it's not about sex because everything that happens, people think about it's about sex. No, it's just people in their state of mind, their own being. You know what I'm saying? They find themselves, like you said, bro. You might want to go on, you want to reconnect and recharge. And like the one guest said, hey, I tell my significant other, hey man, don't call me for 30 days. I just need to reset. They didn't even talk and they on the same frequency.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, more people are like that. The more that you be around somebody like nonstop and y'all not because people recalibrate every single day. Hey, you might find out that you really don't like being around this person like
That's
that.
real.
So you have to have your space. Everybody have to have their space. And when you mentioned the cruise, bro, I went on a cruise. I seen several people that was cruising by themselves, and they was like, I need my time.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And I'm pretty much on the same page. Like, I feel that is the way, like, when me and my homegirls talk about why we would just rather not, it's because just the energy that a man bring, just being in the house every day. And what if they don't got much going on? Most times, don't they just go to work and come home, play the game? Like, nobody wants to deal with that.
Well, here's the thing about it. And let me say this. I don't know too many adult men that have a lot of extra time on their hands to sit here and play the video game. You understand what I'm saying, bro?
I don't play no game.
Yeah,
A lot do.
I go to work every day. By the time I get home from work, I'm not like I'm finna plop down and I barely even watch TV.
Yeah.
Because like he said, there's so much stuff that's going on that needs to be getting done. As a man, your mind's. I don't know how many people got. I don't care how much money a person got. I don't think a lot of people got things in check to where they just be like, all right, I'm just gonna sit back and chill.
Yeah.
If you got idle time like that, then I don't think there's a lot going on with that person.
Yeah.
But then
That'd
if
probably
you
be
get
the
the
issue
opportunity to have it, then women need to leave that man be.
Yeah, and I think that's where the disconnect comes, because then once we do find someone who got a lot going on, it's like, hold on, what are you doing? Where's the time for me? So it's like, you want your cake to eat it too. You're tired of the man that's just sitting on his butt, but then the man that's actually moving around, you like, hold on, he got a lot of motion.
So who's the problem with?
Marcus.
I'm just asking you. Who's the problem with?
I think I said it without saying it.
Okay,
You gonna make me say it?
Yeah, please do.
It do be on us a lot. It be on us a lot.
So if you mad at
Not
me
all the
because
way,
you going to work, you're doing this, and then you taking
y'all
care of
to
your
leave.
kids, you doing like, and you mad because I'm being the man that I am.
Yeah.
I'm the man that you was watching and wanted to be with, and then now you being selfish.
Yeah.
It's about me. You ain't making enough time for me. I would make time for you. But
And it's the
honest
exposure
truth,
you got. You outside. You seeing other girls and stuff. Now other girls like you because you outside, got motion. It's just like,
but I choose you.
Hold on.
But
I choose you.
Yeah.
That's the whole. It doesn't matter. I can't say that. But I choose you.
Yeah. But most, I would say most men, especially older men, Not saying all of them. Like, there's still some out there that are young mindset. But I know ever since I've been about probably 33, 35, I haven't cheated on anybody in my relationship.
Okay.
Because it's like, if the relationship doesn't work, I want it to be because I know that me and this person didn't jam, or whatever her shortcomings are, or whatever I feel is, that's why. Not because I cheated.
Right.
That won't be the reason the relationship don't work. Because then if we break up because I cheated, then it's always in the back of your mind like, man, that was my fault. So maybe I need to be different for her. And then you end up going back into a relationship, and then you find out the real reason why y'all not being together. So I'd rather find out right away that we just not compatible, or you don't have the ability to listen. Which is what it all boils down to.
What if anything do you have advice for people that do cheat, that do have that temptation while they're in a relationship?
Man, spend some time with yourself. Play with yourself, like, before you go out. Like, whatever you need to do, it's not worth it.
It's not.
Like, you don't throw away a potential good relationship just for orgasm. It's not worth it. Like, find somebody that's solid and a good woman, and y'all can have a good understanding and work together and be building something. Like, that's precious. But at the end of the day, me personally, I choose peace over love every time.
Yeah. No, me personally, I feel like my perspective is like, I don't like lying about anything I'm doing or who I am, or hiding, like feeling like I'm not scared of nobody. So like, what are you gonna do? Like, if I feel like doing this is what I'm doing. So me to be in a committed relationship or to
But you shouldn't have to feel like that.
What do you mean?
Like you need to hide something. You need
right.
You should just be able to be, exist, and I accept you. The difference between men and women is men accept a woman for who she is. When I choose you, I already see your flaws. But I choose you, so I accept them. Right? So women, this is just my personal experience. This is the women I've been with. They'll act as if they accept you for who you are. Then the man is like, oh wow, she's solid. I love her because she ain't getting in the way of my emotion, of how I'm moving, no questions asked. Bam. Now I tell you I love you and put a ring on your finger. Now, whoa. I've been meaning to tell you I don't like this and I don't like. Where'd that come from? Right. So it's like,
you put on that act to get what we want.
No, don't do that. If you can't handle it, then say you can't handle it. Don't waste my time, because when I choose you and I want to wife you, now when you start acting different, that changes the dynamics, and then now I'm like,
I mean, we do it for probably a day or two.
No, y'all could do it for a good year. I would say y'all good for about a good year, but before that second year hit, it's gonna show itself. Yeah, and then like I'm the type I want to move fast forward so I can see. I want to learn within a year or two everything I need to know. I don't want to waste 10 years by getting little snippets.
Yeah,
and then be like, dang, this is what I already knew.
Yeah, nah, I ain't doing all that. That's crazy. He said that men choose.
Men love unconditionally, and women love.
Yeah, y'all start trying to change a man and talk about what you don't like. Just this is part of who I am. Right? I compromise and do some stuff but understand that when I do that small thing, that's all I'm willing to do. When you begin to press and try to get more, that's when a man shuts down. It's like,
but y'all don't get that. We see a lot of times it's be the potential. We see the potential in the man that you could be. So to push,
it's not for you.
Oh, man.
Either it's in me or it's not. Yeah. I was just having this conversation with my daughter. The best way you can push a man toward what you want is just have a conversation with him and leave it. Have a conversation with him and leave it. But what women like to do is have a conversation, then come back the next day. Didn't we? And then the week, and then now he shut down. He not hearing you because you didn't leave him be. He's still processing everything.
We need to move faster.
No, that's not.
I told you.
That's not how. So what you need to do is.
It seems like a
date
lot
somebody who already moving on in their path and have a certain mindset already.
We go back to that because that is part of the issue. We pick.
But see, the thing is that man gonna pick you. That man that's in motion. Do you bring enough for him to want to choose you?
That's a tough one.
Yeah. So the one that's you picked him and you see the potential. Okay, so it's cool. He choose you. You got to accept him for who he is. how he's moving, his process, what he needs to go through in order to get to where he sees himself, not where you see him.
Yeah, that is tough. Because men be doing stuff that be irky, and you just be like, ugh.
Like what?
Like the personal hygiene. Not y'all men personally. Men that don't care for the personal things like cleaning up their hair out of the sink, putting the cap on the toothpaste, putting the toilet seat down.
Well, toilet seat, definitely not. Toothpaste cap, clean out the sink after you brush your
Putting
teeth.
the seasoning
after you
salt back
shave.
in the cabinet.
That sounds.
Taking the dishes from the side of the bed downstairs.
Yeah, but you would
In the
do those
morning when I
things
get
with-
ready.
Yeah.
And you want me to do it when you want me to.
I want
I'm
you
going
to
to get
do
it
it
in
when
the
you're
morning.
done.
Nah, I'm going to get it in the morning.
That's crazy. See, it'd be like little stuff like that where it'd be like,
It's
"Can
petty."
I?" You think so?
Yeah.
Those are okay.
Yeah. So this is my thought. If you're not going to fix it, don't say nothing.
Ooh.
If you're not going to fix it, don't say nothing. Because you can't control me, but you can control your actions, behavior, and attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to fix it, then you shouldn't be with that person.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to get to that point because that little stuff.
But it's so petty. And you might have a good relationship
What if
where
I
y'all
got
communicate
OCD?
well together, then that's a you problem.
Oh my God.
So if that dish on the side of the
You
bed
quiet. I don't
is
like that.
bothering you, then you should get it and take it downstairs without an attitude. Because that's I get up.
But then
to
it
go
comes
to-
a bigger thing. I'm not your mom. I'm not your maid.
No, but it's
Like-
not bothering me, and I didn't ask you to be my maid. I'm gonna get it in the morning. You want me to get it right now, and that's so you're trying to control me,
Right. So
and I'm
if it's
not gonna do that.
bothering me-
So if it's bothering you, then you get it and you go and take it downstairs without an attitude. Now you done fix the problem. You didn't aggravate me and annoy me, and that thing sitting on the side of the bed is no longer there. Because you can control your actions, behaviors, and your attitude, not me.
It's all good, Ness. We'll talk about it.
You got me.
But the things that you're mentioning are like insignificant.
It sound like when I say it out loud,
No.
but when you deal with it or have dealt with it, I would say it's like and constantly over partners. It makes you feel like this is how men are.
No, that's no. That's
It makes
how,
you
no,
feel like,
no, no,
I
no.
can't deal with men because y'all dirty.
no.
Y'all just leave
That's- no,
stuff.
that's
You know who be the
That's how he
nastiest?
is.
Women,
Yeah.
not me. But
You know, I did security at nightclubs for a long time.
I know.
And the bathrooms, the way
and
y'all
I think that's where it comes from. Like I think the men are used to women being kind of lazy, and so then when they deal with someone that's not, they still kind of like lazy.
men can be messy. I can be messy.
No.
Messy and nasty is
My auntie
two
made a
different things.
My auntie recently got married, and I asked, was telling her this frustration about messy men, and she was like, "Girl,
Fix it.
literally."
That's all you got to do is be a
like,
woman
girl.
and make the space comfortable.
Check it out. You gotta raise your son not to be that man that you don't like. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't teach them these, so it's a man being self-sufficient. That's why we had that conversation a couple weeks back where I was like, I'm self-sufficient. No, I don't need. I want. I don't need. Because I take care of my own. I clean up. I wash my own clothes. Whatever to cook food. All of that.
Or hire somebody to do it.
Or hire somebody to do it. Or get somebody to do it.
I was gonna
But-
say, how would y'all deal with that if it was vice versa, or is that still?
I'm about to break it down for you. I've been in it,
That's
right?
minuscule?
So before you came into my life, like I don't wash dishes and do all that stuff. Like I would hire somebody to come and clean up for me once a week. That's my life. Now you here, either you do it or I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing. So I kept doing what I was doing, and then now you offended that I got another woman coming to clean the house. When you're like, that's disrespectful to you. No, it's not. That's me easing your burden. You busy. I'm busy. I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna nag you to do it. I solved my problem. I just solved the problem without nagging you. But then now you offended on how I solved the problem. You'd rather me come argue with you and be like, hey, why you ain't did this? Why you ain't did? No. You busy. I see you moving. You working. You're doing your this and you're doing that. And I'm busy. I'm not going to do it. So I called my cleaning lady and have her come and do it.
I used to deal with a man who used to have a girl come cook for him, and I used to be, what the?
Yeah, that's different.
Freaking?
That's totally different, man.
Yeah, I don't
cooking?
need nobody to cook for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
He was having some girl cook.
Yeah.
And they were friends. I mean, it looked like it was friends, but
Yeah, it's all good.
I was like,
So would you be offended?
I was offended.
No. I'm not talking about the cooking thing. That's a whole nother level. Like, we talking about
Shoot. Okay.
about cleaning. So
I don't think offended.
you OCD,
but I probably would have already
and you
been in the
don't
way.
want to. You don't want to do it because you complaining.
Yep. But
Why
in his
you
house,
don't
like,
do that?
why is this not picked
Oh,
up?
don't worry about it. And I make that phone call. Now it's done. So
Yeah,
again, if you're not gonna fix it,
I want my cake and eat it too.
don't say nothing. You come to my house and it's messy. Is you gonna do it? You won't be the new cleaning lady? No, I don't want to hear it because it's not bothering me. I get to it when I get to it.
So then it comes to a point where it's like, if I don't like it, leave.
Yeah.
Type. Okay.
Pretty much, because you always got that option.
Right.
So when something happens, you like I said,
a
you
lot
got to
of women
process
feel
it.
like
Yeah, no, you got to
gotta
process
be like,
it. Is this something?
we gotta work on it, or
Yeah. Is this a deal breaker?
Yeah.
Or can I accept it? Because I mean, that's what you boil down to.
Yeah.
Because especially you, how old are you?
33.
Yeah, you 30 something years old. Like 9 times out of 10, people are who they are. They have their habits or whatever. Can I accept this? You're not gonna change him. You're not gonna change him. You're gonna annoy him. You're gonna break up with you anyway. And or you say, okay, can I accept this? And then what can I do to make it better? So if I'm coming over to his house and I know he don't clean up every day and pick up, he throw his clothes at the basket and they end up on the floor, guilty, right? Either pick them up or be quiet.
But then you made a comment. You just made a comment talking about some. Can I make his life better? Men don't do nothing to make our life better.
Do they?
What?
They don't. No, they don't.
So it all depends on the relationship.
We gonna talk off camera because yeah.
They don't do nothing to make our lives better.
What?
You just said it. They messy, can't cook, can't do nothing.
What we need to cook for? I'll order you some food. That's what you need. Yeah, you don't feel like cleaning up? I'll hire
So
somebody
then
to
I
come
gotta
clean
do
up
it.
for you.
Then
You
what
don't.
about my house? What about if my curtains fall? My toilet seat crooked.
I got you. I got a drill.
You know.
Okay. Again, it's going
As long
back
as it's
to
your
who
house.
you pick, right?
As long as it's your house. Don't call me to come fix on no rented space.
Dang.
I'm for real. You got a landlord for that. But if you own your house and something go wrong, yeah, you can call me. But you can't call me.
Take too long.
I don't care. That's his job.
Yeah, that is what you're paying
Right?
for, low key.
I go through this with my daughter, my ex. Don't call me to come do nothing at no rented property.
Yeah.
If you own it, I'll show up and I'll help you. But somebody else property, I don't. You
That's
gotta
a
tell him
good
to give you
rule.
some money. And
Yeah.
I'll come fix it and he could pay me.
You're right.
But outside of that, don't call me.
That's a good rule, because for real.
Yeah. So how can a man make your life easy and then, you don't own your own home, you renting a place?
Yeah.
Hey, end it.
That's what we got going on this weekend, man.
We got Lady Legends girls flag football. Y'all go register them girls. Go get them signed up. We got a new program in Elgin. Man, I don't know. I get so emotional talking about this because I've been working and manifesting to be in this position, all my life. I'm made for it. But I'm super excited to bring this program to the girls. I just remember being a little girl myself and not really having the sports to do. They did Powder Puff and we had one game. That was it. We had a week of practice and then we had one game and then that was it. And it was like, where else is this? And then now that it's back, I am overly excited to be able to do this. So y'all definitely go register them girls, get them signed up so we can, make something big for them. Other than that, y'all definitely get y'all outfits together, get y'all plans together for next weekend. It's Juneteenth. Get y'all hair done, get y'all nails done. Pop outside for sure. You said Gerlach?
Gorlish, I think.
Gorlish.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
Gorlish Park. Next Saturday at
11 a.m. we
11
meet.
a.m.
12 a.m. we gonna start the walk.
Yes.
Like I say, and this I'm Black and I'm Proud walk. We're gonna represent all of Africa. We're gonna represent all of the Black heritage flags from Marcus Garvey and all of that.
Yep.
So
Stop at Festival Park. They got a lot going on at Festival Park on Saturday.
Definitely.
Stop all through there. They got some stuff going on at Martini Room. The Anonymous Hip Hop Brothers is gonna be there this weekend and next. So y'all go check that out. The Funk Brothers is gonna be outside next weekend. Y'all go check them out. Everything is on my page for sure. I mean, and again, sign these kids up, regardless if it ain't even girls flag football. We got tackle football. We got AAU coming. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming in Elgin. Check my page. Get these kids signed up. Summer is here.
that's right.
They need
Make sure
something to
y'all
do.
show up and show out for yourself.
For real.
Black is beautiful.
For real.
Don't forget to sign y'all sons up for Project Alpha. That is going to be June 27th at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Boys and Girls Club over there on Dundee Avenue. Get them boys signed up. There's some good mentoring going on. Make sure you sign them up. If you don't know how to get them signed up, get in tune with me or get in tune with Corey Dixon. And get the information that you might need. But yeah, get the young boys out there, man. They need this.
For sure.
So, is that it?
Later, y'all.
Marcus, appreciate you coming by, big bro.
Yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
for having
Spending
time,
that
man.
It was an honor. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
man. Thank you for showing up, man, and coming by and having a chit chat with us, man.
Most definitely. Anytime.
Hey, till next time, man. Peace and blessings.
Later, y'all.
One people, one voice, one community.
I know these niggas, man, battle out them now. Skateboard P on the track. Louis Duffel bag, 50 rack. Poppin' so notches. I no country promo like I still got a pocket full of crack. All they do is